just selling books isn't really a niche. If I was selling just Bibles, that's kind of a niche. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thought I'd just go through what's sold. Would have been very rubbish apart from yesterday. All of a sudden had a big spike in sales. So big spike, it like pretty much doubled what I had sold previously, so that is good. I've been listing some stuff, as you might be able to see behind me, so I'll just go through some bits that I'm listing and sort of generally what I'm up to, really. Yeah, so I'll get into the sales now. So there's nothing major, but it's just nice to be, as ever, just to be selling anything. So yeah, just show you now. Right, where are we? So let's just start with the Holy Bible. I picked this up ages ago in a charity shop for 20p. I've had it listed for quite a while as well. It's got pictures in it. No pictures of Jesus, but it has got some pictures in there. That has sold for £9.99 plus postage. This really not worth it, but I just thought it was cool when I picked it up. I think I paid like 10 or 20p in a charity shop. That sold for £3.50 plus postage. It's not really, yeah, I think I listed it for a £5 and someone sent me an offer and I just took it. This has been sitting around for ages. I had it listed at £9.99, and I think I just was sending it offers whenever I got it, but I just want to clear it out, so I ended it, relisted it at £6.99 and it sold within a day. So that is good to be gone. Another pack or bundle, whatever you want to call it. Stack, I believe, is the term these days, of books, Rodale books. 10 of them. I listed them a couple of days ago for £9.99 plus postage. They have sold for £9 on an offer. Some Twirly Woos, again, these have been listed for a little while. They were on offer at £5 plus postage. The Shadows, which is a nice surprise. I had 3 vinyl of the Shadows in a bundle, stack, whatever you want to call them, for £12.99. They sold last night. They've been listed again for a little while, so good to get rid of those. Lord of the Rings, I wasn't sure where to price it. It's the whole like complete edition. Yeah, but all the ones that had sold for around £6 plus postage. So I listed it for £6.99 to see how it would do, and it sold within about an hour. So I probably listed it too low, but never mind. It's gone. It was free. This I think I paid £1 for in a charity shop. First edition of Deathly Hallows. It's quite a lot of these around, but I always seem to pick them up and do alright with them. It's a good condition. That sold for £10.99 plus postage. The Modern Home Doctor was in the bundle of 3 books I got. That went, I think, on offer at £6, I think it was. And I think this one went for £6 as well, actually. This is, you probably can't read it, but the New Pictorial Atlas of the World. It's quite an old version, and when you look at some of the places that are in here, it's quite amazing. Yeah, this how the world has changed and is constantly changing. Yeah, so that's sold. I think I'd say £6. Yeah, I did. So yeah, 10 sales that have occurred. So yeah, I've got some load of books listed. As you'll probably notice, I am edging towards selling more and more books. I've just been thinking about it and just trying to think about how to grow and build the business. I'll probably do a separate video on my full thoughts on it, or should I might just go into it now. But basically, I want a business that I can grow, and also I want to recycle as much stuff as I can. Obviously everything that I get is kind of recycling anyway. So but the books are the main thing, because I find so many books when I'm out walking my dog or on Facebook Marketplace of people just throwing books away. I haven't asked in charity shops yet, but I'd imagine they get rid of a lot of them as well, one way or another. And all of that waste, all those books going to waste when they could be going to new homes, it's just been eating away at me. And I've been trying to think of a business that can be good for the environment. I started thinking about like recycling. How can I do recycling of some sort? Trying to think of something that's a waste material that doesn't get used as much. But then I just thought, well, there's so many books that get wasted. If I can sell more of them, then that is less that's being wasted, and it goes to a new home and all good things like that. So yeah, so you'll probably see behind me, over the months and stuff is going to be dwindling. So I'm trying to get as much stuff listed as just sort of books. But I've got so many vinyl, obviously. I'm happy to sell through it all. I'm not going to just get rid of everything. But my plan is to not pick up as much stuff that isn't books. So I might be picking up a load of books, but everything else I'm just going to try and knock it on the head. So that's another thing that's just sort of, it's just going to make things easier. So if I go into a charity shop, I'm not going to be constantly learning all the different things, all different clothing and whatever else I've got, toys and stuff like that. So this kind of goes against my goals for the year to a certain extent, because I was aiming to get more toys and build my knowledge of that up again. But I think I just want to focus on books. Go into a charity shop, look at the books. If there's something there, get out, go to the next one. Same with car boots. I can go to car boots. I can just pick up books. If I got like a load for 20p, I know I can just bundle them up and learn from there. Pick up loads of free bundles and just work through it, and then I can try and build a system that works just for the books. So yeah, I've been rewatching a lot of Mel's old videos, just because I find her ways of doing it are really useful to sort of look and learning from her lessons, I guess. So yeah, it's all sort of still whirring in my head. But I've still got loads of stuff, as I say, so I'll still be getting rid of as much stuff as I can. I'm working it through. Yeah, that's my plan anyway. Trying to sort of niche down a little bit. My other thoughts on it are, at some point, but I worry about eBay being the only place that I sell. So being a sort of everything seller, I think it would be difficult to move that elsewhere. But if it's just focused on one thing, so books for instance, I could, a lot of them can go on Etsy, a lot can go to Amazon, but also I could have potentially in the future a shop that I can put all my books in a shop, sell them that way. Or even if I go to, there's like a few places around here I've mentioned before that I can have like a stall. I could have like just a book stand, or just like a couple of shelves I could hire and just have books on them, if I just focusing on books. So yeah, lots of sort of thoughts going through my head, which may or may not be interesting to you, but hopefully you'll stick with me and see how it goes. Obviously storage is going to be the main issue with books, so if I can work my way through this, I've got down here, there's underneath all this stuff, there's like 3 boxes of clothes, so I'm going to try and work through those and get as many of those sold as possible, and then I've got that extra room, I can put more books down there, so I can probably use the boxes and just put them in there and make sure I number them. If not, I've got the loft, so once I've sort of started clearing some of that out, I can put stuff up the loft in boxes. I'll know where it is then. So yeah, lots of thought process going on. But yeah, do you think niching down is a good plan? I know some people obviously just sell clothes. Not necessarily saying that's a niche. Luxury Pickers pointed that out on Instagram the other day. Just selling books isn't really a niche. If I was selling just Bibles, that's kind of a niche. But if I'm selling all kinds of books, then that makes me a bookseller. And also that, I think, being class. If someone sort of said to me, "What do you do?" and I'd just say, "I sell books online," that just sounds better to me rather than going, "I sell anything and everything online." It just sounds a bit wishy-washy and a bit vague. So I don't know, it's just in my thought process. So yeah, that is where I am. So I'm trying to get as many books listed as I can, but also trying to get as many other things listed as possible too. But yeah, I probably just leave it there. Let me know your thoughts. Have you ever thought about just selling books? Pros and cons of doing it. I've probably thought through them all, but drop them in the comments anyway, because I'll be interested to see if there's anything I've not thought of. But yeah, we shall see how it goes. I'm just going to sort of try it for half the year or something like that. Sort of try and clear through my stock, just work on books. Yeah, and see how we get on. But there we go. So I'll leave it there, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.